All right, well, welcome to week 6. So hopefully through the first 5 weeks, you've gained some strategies to move and ground and also feel safe and comfortable through moving through those new positions. So today, with this being our last session, we're going to work into a variety of different movements, a variety of different positions, and you're going to hear me cue a whole lot less than I did in the first 5 sessions. What I want this 6th session to be is really a more flowing yoga session with breathing and with movement. But I don't want you to forget of all the grounding and scanning and neutral cues that we've used throughout this whole session. I just want you to use them when you feel like you need to. So a quick reminder of those is the acknowledgement and acceptance of anything that you feel. They don't even have to be considered symptoms or even not quite right feelings. They're just feelings. So acknowledge them, accept them, embrace them, because at some point, we need to feel what we're supposed to feel. And if we're always just suppressing what we interpret as bad or not quite right, then it doesn't really give us an opportunity to move on and move through those and accept those. So that's really what I want the overwhelming kind of theme of today to be, is just move how you feel comfortable, accept the feels, feel the feels, and move as you feel comfortable. If you get into a position where you're like, man, this is just not going great, that's when you can, cover your eyes, you can ground at your chest and belly, ground on the top of your head, take a deep breath, close your eyes, open your eyes, child's pose, stay in sitting, whatever you want. This is your practice. I'm here just to give you some helpful guidance, helpful cues. So we are going to start in a comfortable seated position. So that could be a kneeling, that could be cross-legged, that could be long sitting. And then eyes open or eyes closed, whatever you feel comfortable. We're going to let that tension go through our feet, our knees, our hips. Let our chest hang heavy. Let our shoulders relax. Let our jaw unclench and just hang heavy. Relaxing any tension through your face. Feeling the weight of your body into your mat. Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhaling through your mouth. One more deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs just a little bit more. Exhaling completely through your mouth, letting any last bit of tension go, bringing yourself onto your mat, into our practice today. Coming back to your normal breathing practice. We're going to inhale both arms up, reaching to the sky. Exhale, twisting to the left, looking over your back left shoulder. And then inhaling both arms up, back to center. Exhale, twisting the other way. One more each way. Inhale, both arms up, reaching to the sky. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhaling back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhaling both arms up. Exhale, side bending to the left, planting your head, opening up through your chest. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale up. One more each way. Exhale left, opening up through your chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend right. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Straighten your legs, toes to the sky. Reaching through your fingertips on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees if you need to. dropping your head to your forehead if that's comfortable, relaxing through your shoulders, sinking into this stretch. And then inhaling, both arms up, legs are straight, toes are pointed up. Exhale, hands behind you, fingertips forward, chest is open. You're digging your heels into the ground as you lift your hips straight up to the sky. Option to drop your head back if that's comfortable. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Dropping your hips down, inhaling, both arms up to the sky. Exhale into a forward fold, dropping your chest to your thighs, forehead to your knees, sinking into the stretch for a couple breaths. Good. Inhale, back to sitting, hands by your side. We're going to bend your knees up. We're going to gently rock your knees side to side. Good. And then drop your knees to your left and bring both your hands over to your right side. Twisting, looking over your back right shoulder if that's comfortable. Taking a breath here, twisting a little deeper on your exhale. Good. And then gently switching your knees, switching your hands. So knees go right, hands go left, twisting and looking over your back left shoulder. Sinking a little bit deeper on your exhale. Good. And then gently coming back to center. Knees are bent, hands on front of your knees. Take a nice deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouths. Good. And then gently opening up through your knees, chest forward on your inhale. And then exhale, knees together, arms straight, chin to chest. Stretching through your upper back. Inhale forward, separate your knees, chest forward. Exhale, close your knees, chin to chest, stretching through your upper back. Good, and then sitting up in a spine straight position. We're gonna inhale, both arms up over your head. Exhale, hands behind you, fingertips forward, chest open. Knees are still bent, and we're gonna push through our flat feet to lift our hips up. Dropping your head back if that's comfortable. Squeeze your glutes, lift a little higher. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lowering all the way down. Good. And we're going to take our left foot and put it on our right knee. Actively pushing that left knee away from our chest, getting a stretch through that left hip, and then gently rocking our knees side to side. Good. And then coming back to center, chest is open, hands are flat. You're going to push strong into that bottom right foot. Lift your hips up into a figure 4 reverse bridge, dropping your head back if that's comfortable. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips for 3, 2, 1. Drop your hips, drop your left foot. Bring your right foot up to your left knee. Actively pushing that right knee away from you, and then gently rocking side to side. And then knees back to center. Left foot is flat, hands are flat, pushing through your hands, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, dropping your head back if that's comfortable. Squeeze your glutes, lift a little higher for 3, 2, 1. Dropping your hips, dropping your foot, extending those legs long, We're going to inhale both arms up to the sky. Exhale into a forward fold. Staying here for a couple breaths, letting your head hang heavy, letting your shoulders hang heavy. Good, and then we're going to inhale both arms up, back into a sitting position. Spine is straight, string pulling through the top of our head. Inhale, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, twist and turn to the left, picking your left foot up, reaching your back hand towards the back wall, looking over it with your hand. Thinking of that string pulling through the top of your head, holding for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, both arms up, drop your heel. Exhale, twist, other side. Raising that right foot up, stretching your right arm back over to the back wall. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Dropping your heel. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale into a forward fold. Staying here for a couple breaths. Good, and then gently inhaling back into sitting. We're going to swing our legs around and come into tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're going to inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, looking up, cow pose. Exhale, arching up, chin to chest, angry cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, angry cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, angry cat. Finding yourself back in neutral tabletop. Gonna do nice big circles with hips, shoulders, getting motion through your spine, your wrists, your knees and hips. Being as stiff or as loose as you want with the motion, feeling whatever your body and spine needs. And then gently switching directions. Making this whatever you want it to be. Good, coming back to neutral. Hands are flat, firmly in the ground. Feel your knees firmly on your mat and the tops of your feet firmly on the mat. And then we're gonna reach right arm long, left leg long. Hold here, find your balance. Activate your core, squeeze your right butt, push firmly with your left hand into the mat. If you feel stable, close your eyes. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Opening your eyes, gently bringing your knee and hand back down. Finding your stability through your right hand and left knee. We're gonna reach left hand, right leg. Activating your core. Finding that stability through your right hand and left knee. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Fighting for that balance. Trusting your muscles and your body to keep you upright. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Opening your eyes, placing your hand and knee back down. And then gently sitting your hips back into child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat if that's comfortable. Sinking into the stretch. Taking a few deep breaths. Again, making this child's pose whatever you need it to be. And now coming up into hands and knees tabletop again. Feeling the pressure of both hands and all 10 fingers firmly into the ground. As you tuck your back toes under, push through your toes and hands to come into downward facing dog. Lifting your hips high, pressing your hands into the ground, and then gently walking your feet towards your hands, bending your knees if you need to, as you come into ragdoll. Dropping your head, dropping your hands, or grabbing both hands to your elbows. Option to gently sway side to side. The goal of ragdoll is to sink into a stretch through your low back and into your hips and the backs of your thighs. On your next inhale, we're slowly coming up one segment at a time to find ourselves in mountain pose. Good, we found ourselves in mountain pose many times over the last 6 weeks. So scanning through your body, feeling whatever it is you feel, and then following me with your cues. Equal pressure through right and left foot. Equal pressure through the balls of your feet and your toes. Soft through your knees. Shoulder blades are down and back. String pulling through the top of your head. If you feel good and balanced and stable, try bringing your feet even closer together. Maybe even try touching your heels and your toes together. This is a more challenging mountain pose, but one that we should feel stable and comfortable in. And so if you don't feel stable and comfortable, and this is something I want you to work on your own practice, is slowly wiggling your feet closer together until you feel stable and comfortable here. Okay, eyes opened or eyes closed. We're gonna gently rock through our toes, lift our heels up, staying on our toes. You're gonna walk yourself forward, walk yourself back. Staying relaxed through your shoulders, relax through your chest, dropping your heels, lifting your toes up, coming up onto your heels. Now walking yourself forward on your heels. Chest forward, string pulling through the top of your head. Walk yourself back. Good. Drop your toes. Find yourself back in your comfortable but stable and active mountain pose. Good, we're gonna inhale both arms up. Step your left foot back, high lunge. So we have a couple of options. The more in line you are, the more unstable you are. The more out your foot is, the more stable you are. You get to choose where you want to be. Okay, from here, that back knee, we're gonna slowly lower and hover over their mat for 3, 2, 1. Drop your back knee, drop your hands to your hip, untuck your back toe. Opening up through your chest, sinking into that front knee to get a stretch through your front thigh. Good. Then coming back into a high kneeling position, hands behind your head, clasping your fingertips together, reaching long through your spine. We're going to twist and open to the left. Good. Staying here. And now stretching your fingertips long, staying in this twisted low lunge. Good. Hands come back to the back of your head, linking them together, twisting forward, twisting all the way to the other direction, to the right. Then unclasping your hands, reaching your fingertips long. Good. Hands behind your head, coming back to center. Untuck your back toes. Okay, find the stability in that front foot, whole front foot, pushing hard into the ground, push hard through your toes, come up into high lunge. Good. Bend through that front knee. Take a breath, find your stability, and then gently stepping forward back to mountain pose. Take a breath, take a scan. Good. And then we'll inhale, both arms up, stepping back with our right foot into high lunge. Good. Hips and shoulders are square. Good. Slowly lowering that back knee to hover for 3, 2, 1. Dropping that back knee, untucking your toes, hands to your hips, and then sinking into that front knee to get a stretch through your front thigh. Good. Coming up into high kneeling. Hands go behind your head, fingers linked together. We're going to twist and open to the right. Stretch your arms long, relax through your shoulders, string pulling through the top of your head. Hands go behind your head. Twist center, twist to the left. Open up with your hands, stretch your fingertips long, shoulders relaxed. Good. Hands behind your head, twisting back to center, tucking your back toes under, finding stability through your front foot as you push hard through both feet into high lunge. Find your balance, find your stability, and then with control, step forward with your right foot, coming back into mountain pose. Lot of motions, lot of muscles, lot of balance. Regroup, take your scan, feel the feels. Good, we're gonna inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, sinking into chair pose. Chest forward, up, string pulling through the top of your head. Good option to stay here or come up onto your toes, lifting your heels, finding your balance, staying here for 3, 2, 1, dropping your heels. And now we're going to twist to the left, linking your elbow to the outside of your left knee, pushing your chest open. If you feel good and balanced here, come up onto your toes, lifting your heels, holding for 3, 2, 1, dropping your heels, untwisting your chair, pausing here, option to come out of your chair for a second, meeting in chair pose and twisting to the right, pushing your elbow into your knee, opening up through your chest. And then if you feel stable and comfortable, lifting your heels, coming onto your toes, holding for 3, 2, 1, dropping your heels, untwisting your chair, then inhaling, both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center or hands by your side for mountain pose. Staying here for a few breaths, regrouping in whatever way you need to. Good, and then inhaling, both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're coming back into chair pose. Chest is forward, string pulling through the top of your head. And then really big body muscle challenge. Okay, you're gonna come up onto your toes, lifting your heels as you sink your hips into your heels. And then gently lowering your knees to the mat in front of you. Good. Untucking your toes, sitting onto your heels, getting a stretch through your thighs. If you already feel a stretch through your thighs, stay here. If you do not feel a stretch through your thighs, drop your hands back, open up through your chest, drop your head back if that's comfortable, and then lift your butt off your heels. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Hips onto your heels, hands back to heart center. Good. Tucking your toes under. And now we're going opposite. We're going to end up all the way in standing. So with good balance, you're going to come up onto your toes, lifting your knees up. Nice. That'll be a good challenge for everybody to work on, because the first time you do it, it's really hard. Once you're on your toes and you have your balance, then we're coming up into chair pose, drop your heels, and then all the way up into mountain pose. Take a breath, take a scan. Good, and then we'll inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, side bend to the left. Opening up through your right side body. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend the other way. And inhale up. And we're going to tuck the right leg behind the left leg, reaching to the sky, side bending to the left. Good, then inhaling, both arms up, keeping your legs where they are. Exhale into a forward fold, dropping your head, dropping your hands. And then inhaling, making your way back to standing, both arms up over your head. Now this is a little complicated. You're going to twist to your right on the balls of your feet all the way around to end up back the other way. So your left foot should be behind your right foot right now. And inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, side bend to the right. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale into a forward fold. Drop your head, drop your hands. And then inhaling, coming back up, hands by your side, untuck your feet, finding yourself in mountain pose. Take a breath, take a scan, whatever you need to do to regroup, to feel comfortable, and to feel acceptance for whatever it is you feel. We're going to inhale both arms up. Exhale into a forward fold. Bending your knees if you need to get your hands flat on the ground. And then you're going to walk yourself out into a high plank. Finding that same alignment through your spine that we had in mountain pose. And strong through your hands, your core, your butt muscles, your leg muscles. And then again, bending your knees if you need to, walking your hands back to your feet, forward fold, and then inhale back to mountain pose. Excellent. Take a breath, take a scan. We're going to do that same exact pattern again, 2 more times. So you get to move at whatever pace you want. You can hold your plank as long as you want, but the goal is to move smoothly with control and with stability through the whole motion. So we're going to inhale both arms up. Exhale into a forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Plant your hands. Walk yourself out. High plank. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bending your knees if you need to. Forward fold. Drop your head. Drop your hands. Relax through your shoulders. Then on your inhale, coming back into mountain pose. Good, 1 more, just like that. Take all the time you need, or follow along with us here. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Plant your hands, walk yourself out. High plank. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Walking your hands back. Finding yourself in forward fold, ragdoll. Then gently inhaling back to mountain pose. Taking a few breaths, taking a scan, accepting every sensation that your body is telling you right now. Good, and then we're gonna step our legs wide, toes out just a little bit. We're gonna inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, dropping ourselves into yogi squat or any high variation of that, wherever you wanna be. Wherever you are, chest is open, string pulling through the top of your head. Taking a nice deep breath here. And then gently shifting your weight side to side. Good, coming back to center. And then gently, with control, sitting your butt back to come into boat pose. Good, chest is open, spine is straight, feet are off the ground. Option to stay right here in boat pose or follow along. This is high boat. We're gonna go to low boat, high boat, twist to the left, back to center, twist to the right, back to center. Place your feet on the ground, hands on your knees, take a pause. We're gonna do 2 more exactly like that. Going back into high boat. chest up, string pulling through the top of the head. Low boat, high boat, opening up to the left, back to center, open up to the right, back to center, feet flat, hands on the front of your knee. Take a breath. One more, just like that. Option to just stay in boat if it's too much. Okay, boat pose. Low boat, high boat, twist to the left, twist center, twist to the right, back to center, drop your feet, hands on the front of your knees. Good. Take a breath, take a scan. Doing great. Good. And we're just going to open our knees, bottoms of our feet together, hands on your feet, chest open, string pulling through the top of your head, little wiggles with our knees. Good. And then pausing with your knees, we're going to keep our legs where they are. However you need to go onto your back, we're going to end up in reclined butterfly. So that could be on a wedge, that could be on pillows, but we are going to come all the way down, relaxing our head down, arms by our side, letting our knees hang heavy, spending several breaths here, feeling the pressure of your head, your shoulders, your elbows, your hips, your feet, feeling that pressure, that sensation of your mat and the floor into your body. Recognizing that sensory input as stability and as grounding. Good, taking another couple deep breaths here. Good, and then lifting your feet up so the bottoms of your feet are flat on the ground, your knees are pointing up to the sky. And you're gonna gently rock your knees side to side. Good, and the knees are pointed to the sky. You're gonna lift your legs up into tabletop, hips and knees at 90, small of your back onto the ground, fingertips pointed to the sky. We're gonna drop opposite arm, opposite leg to hover. So right arm, left leg, as far down as you feel comfortable, stopping wherever you need to, holding for 3, 2, 1, back to start. Now dropping left hand, right foot, hovering for 3, 2, 1, back to center. One more each side, right hand, left foot, hovering, 3, 2, 1, back to start. One more, right foot, left hand, 3, 2, 1, back to start. Grabbing your knees, pulling them into your chest. Taking a few deep breaths here. Good, and then gently reaching between your knees for the outsides of your feet for happy baby. Bottoms of your feet go to the sky. Knees are out wide. Feeling a stretch through your hips, your low back. Taking one more deep breath in here. And on your exhale, gently letting go of your feet, holding on to both knees into your chest. And then keeping your right knee into your chest with both hands, extending that left leg long, relaxing it onto the ground. As you bring your right knee over your body, opening up long and reaching to the opposite wall with your right hand, gazing over your right hand if that's comfortable for supine twist. Staying here for several breaths. One more deep breath here. And then gently unwinding yourself, bringing both knees back into your chest. Holding on to your left knee, extending your right leg long. Left knee comes over your body. Left arm goes long, gazing over your left fingertips if that's comfortable. Staying here for several deep breaths. One more deep breath here. And then gently unwinding yourself, pulling both knees back to your chest. Doing any extra motion or mobility that you feel like you haven't gotten yet, that you feel like you need. Then bringing both knees back to your chest, squeezing your knees into your chest, and then lifting your forehead into your knees, squeezing into a tight, tight ball. Squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze one last time, and on your exhale, dropping your head, dropping your legs, dropping your arms down by your side as we prepare to enter into Shavasana. So letting your body hang heavy in whatever Shavasana position that you've chosen. Ideally, your Shavasana position is something that you can stay in comfortably and let your body and your mind go. So the Shavasana position might be a work in progress to get to where you want to be. Doesn't matter, because where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. So letting your body hang heavy into your mat. Recognizing that your body worked hard and was challenged by so much of what we just did in this yoga session. Accepting what your body feels as at this moment is exactly what it's supposed to feel. Accepting that, accepting what you were able and capable of doing, but also accepting what was hard and challenging or things that you couldn't do. Everything is a work in progress, and where you are at right now is exactly where you are supposed to be. So letting your body accept those challenges, letting your body accept those feelings, both emotionally, physically, mentally, And then letting that go, releasing any of the physical feels, any of the mind feels. Release them off of your mat, outside of the room, outside of your building, as you give yourself a blank slate for Shavasana, physically and mentally, to be present in this moment, to let yourself just be on your mat and enjoy Shavasana. Any thoughts or sensations have crept their way back in, recognize them, accept them, and then let them go, placing them off of your mat, outside of your room, outside of your building, to let yourself be in this moment. Gently coming back to your breath. And coming back to your body. Wiggling your toes, your fingers. And if you're laying down, gently, whatever pace you feel comfortable, making your way back into a comfortable seated position. Whatever position you came from and whatever position you're in right now, give yourself a nice body scan, recognizing any sensation, releasing any tension that you can that might have crept back in. And taking a nice deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs, expanding your ribs, filling your lungs completely, exhaling completely through your mouth. Coming back to your normal breathing practice. If your eyes are closed, opening them as you come back into the room. Wonderful job, everyone. I really appreciate everybody that has participated in this 6-week Yoga for Balance cycle. It's been a fantastic experience for me. I hope it's been a wonderful experience for you as well. Anybody that is here on the call right now or anybody that watches the recordings, feel free to email Kristen or I at any point for any questions, feedback, anything like that. But until our next cycle, which I'm sure will be coming soon, namaste.